Hey guys, so I've been working on the aileron and I wanted to bring up a couple things that really probably weren't covered a little bit or just are a little different in this part. Most of the work that you're doing on the aileron, by the way, is nothing magical, nothing new, right? It's the same thing you've done with the exception of one thing, and that's the use of a piece of steel tubing as the counterweight instead of the kind of crumbly lead that you've used in other places at this point. So, not hard to work with. Just one thing that you have to remember is if you look here in this picture, you'll see that one cleco is slightly off. And the reason for that is because I started to drill through the hole to enlarge started to drill through the hole to make it bigger, and it drifted against the steel. Instead of biting into the steel, it started to drift down a little bit. And you can see that right here, this picture, there's ever so slightly this little cutout up top, which upset me a little bit, I have to admit. I didn't notice it until it had already happened. Not a huge deal. I threw that drill bit away because it was really dull and just got a new drill bit. I would say don't overuse your drill bits, especially if you're drilling through steel, right? Steel just chews them up real quickly. So with that, though, I'm going to keep working on this. You can see I'm in the process here, and I've got the other one in the background. I've decided to do them both at the same time, both the left and the right aileron at the same time. Whereas with the wing, I decided to do the left wing, and then I would do the right wing later. I kind of regret that decision now. I think had I to do it all over, I would say do both wings at the same time. I think at the time my idea was that I don't want to have to do, if you have to do 1,000 holes drilling per wing, it would sure suck to have to do 2,000 holes. Why not do 1,000 now and 1,000 later, kind of span it out? No, just do it and get it over with. That's where I'm at on that one. So anyways, gonna keep working, and hopefully we'll have stuff soon.
And I will admit I'm cutting out a lot of the run-of-the-mill stuff that you've watched me do over and over again, just for the sake of your sanity and time. If you've seen me assemble a wing, you've seen me assemble a wing. You can do it, I can do it. It's not a big deal, and there's just no need for me to display it. So I've gone ahead and I've removed some of that stuff. Here, most of what I'm doing is cleaning up my shop. This is something you're going to do quite often, is you're going to go back and forth and realize, dang it, I can't find anything. So you start organizing and putting stuff back where it's, easily accessible. And you'll do that quite a bit over the course of your build. And then it's a matter of getting the instructions out and starting to continue working on the ailerons. I cannot stress enough how much I kind of regret now not doing both wings at the same time. It's unfortunate, and I guess I could stop what I'm doing and go build the other wing up to this point, but that's... at this point, I think I've made my bed, so I'm just going to stick with it and continue going as I have it. But I regret greatly not doing both wings at the same time, so I highly recommend doing both wings. Finally, I wanted to say thanks to everybody who's responded, either in email, Twitter, Facebook, on YouTube, comments, etc. The feedback has been overwhelming with regards to my previous comments about what I wanted to do and where I was going. So thank you guys for that, as well as people almost demanding that I put up a Patreon account. So I'm looking at doing that now. In the meantime, if anyone wants to give back to this channel, one way you can do it is by using my builder number when you get into your van's aircraft, and I'll put that up on the screen. They give me like $100 store credit, so that's cool. And by the way, you totally can do this. Start now, though. Takes a long time. And finally, I'd like to go ahead and address a comment / concern that was brought up by one of the viewers, one of you guys. this really has turned into kind of a community project, and that's really cool. I really like that you guys feel like you can trust me enough to make a comment that someone else might take poorly and know that I'm not going to take it poorly, that I'm totally going to appreciate the input. So thanks for that.
So I wanted to respond to Pilot Jeff, who made a comment in one of my videos that he thought I might have over countersunk one of the parts. This particular hole right here, which here you can see in this close-up, I don't know how you saw it on video, Jeff. Good eyes. I did notice this, that I over countersunk this one ever so slightly, and I corrected on all the rest of them. And you can see here that as a general rule, the rest of my countersinking is perfectly flush. But for whatever reason on this one, it did get slightly over countersunk. I'm not worried about it. It's not even a millimeter. It's a teeny tiny amount over countersunk. I think that so long as you just don't really dig in there and there isn't a visible gap between the rivet head and the part, you're not going to have any slop or anything moving around. I really, though, if you guys disagree, if you think that that is incorrect, please tell me. I love that you guys are giving me this feedback because it's only helping me make a better plane in the long run. I feel like this is a community build. So good eyes. Impressed as hell, by the way. Wow. And thank you for pointing it out. I think this is okay. What do you think?